So now, Charan, who am I? Charan is the user, so a regular user. So now he wants to do the sudoing. Let's see, is it possible to do sudoing? Sudoing, sorry, that's my mistake. SUDOI, sudo. So it's asking password. It's CHARAN Charan. But what it is saying, Charan is not in the sudoers file. So this incident will reported. It will be reported to the root user. That's fine. But I am unable to do the sudoing. So if I am not able to do the sudoing, if I can't uh, become a sudoer or sudo, then I cannot do lot of activities in this system. So how can I do that? How can I solve this issue? So that's what we are going to look into now. So that's a Linux setting sudo. So sudo, what is sudo first? Sudo gives power to a normal user or a regular user to execute commands which is owned by the root user. It's like the binary files or admin level binary files that are can only be executed by the root user. So when you use a sudo, if you become a sudoer, you can have that privileges to use those binary files also, like the commands. Few commands which cannot be used by the regular user can only be used by the root user, can also be used by the regular user if you use a sudo. So now if a user has already full sudoers privilege, it can become a root user anytime. But sometimes, like happened to us just a while ago, we faced the same challenge. Sudo I changes from normal user to root user, but what happened for us, it did not happen because we are not in the sudoers list. So now let us see what is that sudoer list, where it is. So the sudoer list, what we can do is, let's clear this first, then I'll type vi sudo. Of course, I'm a root user. So let me exit first. I'm not a root user. Let me exit first. Okay, I'm a root user now. Now vi sudo. So this is the file where you will have a root sudoers. So now, if you see user privilege specification is only for root user. So no regular user is being mentioned here. So that means you cannot do anything with this. So exit. So now I just, okay, so this is our sudoers file. You can get it. So if you want to do any modifications, if you want to add a regular user as a sudoer, so what you have to do is, you have to just add that a regular username below the root user, so that he can become a sudoer. He can become a sudoer. Okay, so then what we have is, so let's do it. Oh, I mistake, I closed it. And yep, so let me clear this. Vs sudo and ps. Okay, all are stopped. Let me clear it. So that's how either you can use va sudo to directly get that file, or another way of accessing that is do vim and etc, and the file name is sudoers. Yes, it is. You got it. So now we can edit it and you can add it. But before that, let's look into that. So this is how you got it. You got the file. So now whichever user you want to make a sudoer, you just add that sudoers, add that name into that sudoers list. Okay, let's do that now. So this is the place where I want to add the sudoers name. Yes, press enter to type command. Now where is this? Yeah, here it is. Let me copy this exactly and only change the name later. Copy and then paste it here. Yes, it's done. Then change the name. Rest all keep it same. Just change the name. That's it. Okay. Let's WQ. Okay. WQ. Yes, it's done. So now let's try it and check. So Charan was the user which we have added into sudoers. Let's check it. So Charan. So a regular user. Who am I? Is a regular user. Now I will become a sudoer and let's see. I want to become. It's asking password. I'll give the password. Yes, it's done. That's how you add a regular user into sudo file, so that you can take the privileges to act on behalf of root user and use a lot of utilities that you cannot, a normal user can use. Okay, so then we will move on to the second way of doing uh, this procedure. Every time you enter sudo command, it asks your own password. So what can you do that? So to turn that off, so if you don't want to enter a password whenever you switching back and forth from a sudo root user and then a regular user, it asks a password. If you don't want that to happen, if you don't want to give password every time, still you can do that. That you have to do in a following way. For that, it's simple. Same again, go back to the root, go back to the file again, the same sudoers file. Let me go up. Okay, here I can see I'm a root user still. Vim etc sudoers. Yes, I got it. I got the file. So in this file, what you have to do is all equals to all. Change this to here at this part exactly. No password all. So you keep this one remain same, but here you put one more colon and then say no password all. So that's what we are going to do. Let me click I, and where it is, it's here it is. So let me type no pass wd, no pass wd, and then colon, capital no pass wd, and then colon. I think it's done. Let me click escape and wq. Okay, so let me clear everything and I'll become Charan. I'll switch to Charan user, and then who am I? It's Charan. Now I'll become a root user again and see sudo I. No password. Ting ting ting. It's not asking password. So that's how you do it. You can do it for the other users also. Let me check. I have Surya, right? No, Divya. I have Divya. So ID Divya. Okay, I have Divya, but Divya can't. I'll switch to from root to. I'll switch to Divya. Su Divya. Oh, sorry, Divya. Yes, I become a Divya user now. So I say ID. Okay, who am I? It's clearly Divya, the user. So now what I'll do is I'll try to switch back to root user using sudo I, but it's asking password. I'll give the password. Divya is not in the sudo file. So what you have to do? You have to do the same thing again. So let me do the exit. I'm the root user now. So now I will edit the sudoers file again. I will add this time Divya there. Where is that? Here it is. So I'll copy this one again and I will add that here. Yes, and my username is Divya at this moment. So I will give Divya. Anyway, the password we set in such a way that it should not ask password. So all done. Let me click escape WQ and exclamation mark to forcibly quit it. Done. Now let's see what's gonna happen. SU Divya and sudo I. That's it. Ting, ting, ting. That's how we use these techniques to create more users and give permissions and create passwords and switch back and forth. And these are a lot of techniques. These are widely used by the system administrators. But as a ML engineer, as a ML ops guy, if you know all these information, all these techniques, all these commands, it would be very beneficial for your career.